Hello, everyone. Mark here, Mark's Max Muscle. And it has come to my attention that many of you believe that 2020 Big Ramy, Olympia winning version of this man is overrated. Overrated! So I thought I would set up a comparison between him, 2020 Olympia, versus Hadi Choopan. Because a lot of people were saying Big Ramy, one of the best bodybuilders of all time. Top 10, what have you. Less people are saying that about Hadi Choopan. So I think if Big Ramy, if he loses to Hadi Choopan, I guess maybe he is overrated. Maybe. I think that Hadi Choopan is underrated. So throw that into the equation. We're going to have a little bit of a matchup here. Ring-a-ding-ding. Go to the front double bicep pose. And I can hear you guys now. The sizing is off, Mark's Max Muscle. Not only that, but this is a bad picture of Big Ramy. This is what they offer. This is how he was hitting the pose. One arm straight up, things of that nature. I know, it didn't look good. Now they had some side-by-side shots, and they're all blurry. They're all blurry. It looks like one of his biceps is bigger than the other. Maybe that's why he had that arm up. But you can't use these to judge conditioning, things of that nature. But you can use it for sizing purposes. Hadi Choopan, he's quite a junk smaller than the Big Ram man. So bring on that much improved version of Hadi Choopan. I mean, this is awesome. Midsection, much better. The V-taper, it seems to have more impact. The lats are a little lower for Big Ramy, a little higher for Hadi. Well, of course, if they're lower for one, they're higher than the other. Never mind. The improved version of Hadi has much better condition than he did at that Olympia, the 2020. He was a little bit off that first day of action. So having said that, guys, Big Ramy is... I don't think he's winning the front double. Is Hadi winning? I think Big Ramy's losing. And Hadi's winning, I guess. Another mathematical equation. Go to the front lat spread. Okay. All right. Now we're not pooping on Big Ramrod. I mean, like I said, a lot of you guys were saying he was overrated. Namely, Dylan over there at Project Bodybuilding. He is very quick to make fun of this Big Ramrod. And Dylan, geez Louise, man, have some respect. I'm just joking. We put up with Dylan. I'm just joking. We don't really. The front lat spread I would actually give to Ramrod. He's bigger. Is he more detailed? Is he more conditioned? Maybe not. He's awful big, though. Does he know he's that big? Turn to the side chest. Sizing again, guys. I had to look at Olympia pictures to realize how short Big Ramy gets in these side poses. And they do look funny. But I mean, look at the size of his leg compared to Hadi's. It's obviously a much larger quad. Now, from the front point of view, Hadi's did look more shredded to the diced. Much more shredded. Peeled, if you will. But from the side, Big Ramrod, he is good. He is quite good, indeed. Hanging hamstring, glutes till Tuesday, monsoon. I mean, yeah. And no, I'm not even going to go there. You guys know where I'm not going to go. The far delt. Just said I wasn't going to go there. But having said that, I do prefer Ramy in the side chest. Now, what about the side tricep? Overrated was this Ramy? I don't know, guys. We waited for years and years. Oh, if he just dries out a little bit, he'll be smack dab. And he was dry here. Look at the midsection. Looks pretty good. It's no Hadi Choopan's, I'll tell you that. But he just didn't have the impact and the size of the physiques that he brought prior. But having said that, it is close, I think, in the side tricep. You might want to give it to Hadi, depending on what you're looking at. You're looking at the arm, the wheels. In that case, your man is Remrod. But if you're looking at the midsection, the aesthetics of it, maybe. I don't know. It's a close one. Let's go to the back. The rear lat spread. First of the two. Ramy. The first time ever in his career. I don't think he was ever this dry. His back actually used to be a lot better, though. That is worth to mention. For sure. Now, lower half, yeah, he is maybe beating Hadi in dryness condition. Those glutes, unbelievable for a big giant like that. Look at the size of those ham hocks. But Hadi is just altogether better. The shape, the midsection, even from the rear here, and the quads, the way they bow out, and the separation itself in the hamstrings. Now, dryness condition, that could be a different story. You'd have to be there. And hey, as you guys know, I'm no expert. And you can't be using pictures, but you can get pretty close. You can get pretty close. Admit it. It's not like there's a line. But it does look close. And if conditioning was close, yeah, Hadi would get it. His back detail itself, it's like the Phil Heath versus Big Ramy. Yeah, Ramy's occupying more space, but there's much more muscle separation and detail for Hadi Choopan, so yeah, Hadi's getting the rear lat. What about the rear double? This might be a better pose for... No, I think they're in both cases. The rear lat was the better shot because Ramy is a little underwhelming in this one. And if I was able to give it to Hadi Choopan in the rear lat, if I thought the conditioning was close enough, then this one is probably a takeaway also for our friend Hadi Choopan. Is he a friend of Mark's Max Muscles channel? Probably not. Probably not. But we love you, Hadi. We love you. And the abs and thigh is an easy takeaway for our man Hadi Choopan. No doubt, no doubt. And this one here would rival Andrew Jack's. And I know some would argue that, but I didn't say he'd beat him. He'd rival him. He'd rival him for sure. But there's no rival here. Big Ramy, not smooth by any means, but compared to, like I said, I keep bringing it up, previous versions, he was much better in those abs. It's the dry, you get depleted, you lose a little pop, a little bit of that wow. Wow, 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 wow. Here's the most muscular. And what can I say, guys? Is Ramy overrated? Is he overrated? You know what? In the grand scheme of things, Hadi Choopan is very good. He's quite good indeed. You'd be surprised how many guys this Hadi Choopan could defeat. Am I beating around the bush? Am I avoiding the question? Maybe. Do I not want to call Ramy overrated? No, I don't, because he was so good when he was not winning the Olympia. Other versions, 2013, New York, 2015, there was an Arnold, Brazil, perhaps. Something of that nature. He was always pretty good, but never quite that level of dry glutes, things of that nature like he was here at the Olympia. But then again, lost some aesthetics. So does he lose the matchup? Yeah, I think I would give it to Hadi Choopan. I think most people would say Hadi Choopan. So that kind of, for you guys making your top 10 lists of best, not greatest, best. So your guys from the 70s, they're out. Guys from the 80s, they're out. They just didn't have the tools. There's no knock on them. But if you're having Big Ramy in that situation, you got to think Hadi Choopan would be in that situation now. You might take Ramy out of the top 10. You might have to redo your Mount Rushmores, things of that nature. Anyway, that is the video. That is the comparison. So overrated, maybe, but like I said, I think the underratedness evens it out. I just think they're both rated. They're rated to me, and they're pretty good. Hadi's just a slice better. Have a great one, guys.